Hey, you know what? Your kid moved out and now they're back in the house with laundry and maybe an emotional support water bottle collection. I don't know what, but you're not alone. Hi, I'm Scott Mullet. Welcome to the Wise Lane. Oh, well, thank you, and thank you. On the previous episode of the Wise Lane, we talked about empty nesting. On this episode, we're going to go the opposite direction and talk about how to help your recently returned home adult kids bounce back without losing your sanity or your retirement. We're going to cover 6 areas about this bounce back. So, first, it's important to understand why they're moving back. Adult kids moving home, well, it's officially normal. More 18 to 34-year-olds live with their parents today than at any time since the Great Depression in the US. Why? Well, housing costs are high. Student loans feel like a second rent bill to pay. Entry level salaries, well, frankly, they haven't kept up with inflation. And life happens. There's layoffs, breakups, burnout. Experts call it the boomerang economy. So trust me, you're not failing. The system's just weird right now. So if your 25-year-old is back in their childhood bedroom, you're not alone. You're a statistic of many, and you're probably a very nice and generous one at that. Second, what your kid should and shouldn't get from you. So let's be clear, helping your adult child, it isn't the problem. Helping without a plan, that's the problem. The key is striking a balance between healthy support and enabling. So here's the short version. Healthy support, what does it look like? Well, this is temporary housing. Maybe we'll help with groceries. Definitely emotional support, and most definitely guidance. What does enabling look like? Well, it looks like you're paying their car insurance indefinitely. You're covering all their debts. You're becoming the cha-ching, cha-ching, the mom and dad bank. Maybe you're doing their laundry. Well, unless you enjoy doing that. And in which case, hey, that's a great upper body workout. Good for you. My laundry could also use your help. Maybe we can connect about that, huh? So third is to develop a launch plan. If your kid is home to bounce back, bounce back, bounce back, then they need a launch plan, not a soft landing. So here's a 4-part launch plan for you. The first is come up with a timeline. Hey, you can stay until these days. A savings goal. You need to save X dollars per month. The contribution they'll make. Hey, here's what you're going to cover while you're here, or here's the chores you're going to do. 4 milestones, job applications, interviews, education steps. This launch plan protects your retirement and it sets their expectations and keeps your household from turning into a cozy, but unfortunately permanent extended stay hotel. You probably don't want that. Fourth, help coach them on adulting 2.0. These are the skills they need now. I mean, just because they're adults, that doesn't mean they learned how to adult. If they paid attention in high school, maybe they learned how to write a 5-paragraph essay. Who knows? But they probably didn't learn how to negotiate a salary or to build credit. Adulting 2.0, these are the skills your adult kid might need or will need for their bounce back. Skill number 1, money basics. To have an emergency fund, a starter budget, paying their bills on time, credit score awareness. Skill number 2, career confidence. Maybe help them with a resume refresh or networking, go through interview strategies. If they're currently working, go through the right ways to ask their current employer maybe for more pay, if that's an option. Skill number 3, real life independence. Renting an apartment, signing a lease, managing healthcare can be very, very complicated now. Planning their transportation, cooking. Are they going to be able to cook something besides top ramen and Dinty Moore stew? Yummy. And you want to know a secret? They're going to learn these skills faster if you, as the parent, if you coach but don't control, which puts us right into the fifth item. You got to learn to teach without lecturing. Parents often ask, well, how do I teach my adult kid without feeling like I'm bossing? Well, it's simple. Ask them, don't boss. Instead of, you need to start saving, try, hey, what savings goals would help you feel more independent? Or instead of, you're not applying to enough jobs, kid, try, hey, maybe what's a job you can apply for today? You got to remember, they're now adults and they're going to respond better to partnership than pressure from you. And so finally, we come to the sixth. I said there were six. This is the sixth. And it's how to handle a bounce back that is maybe going slower than expected. If your child's comeback is taking longer than you'd planned, don't panic. The hardest part of parenting adult kids is balancing. You're balancing compassion with boundaries. I mean, it's okay to say, hey, I love you. I'm here for you. But guess what? I can't fund this level of support forever. That's not cruelty, that's coaching. Helping your adult kid rebuild, it's not a failure. Think of it as a privilege. But remember, you're not raising children anymore. You're now supporting an adult or adults. A setback is just temporary, but their comeback, well, it's inevitable if you provide the right guidance, the right boundaries, and you have all the right conversations with them right there at that kitchen table or wherever you like to have conversations with your adult kids. If this episode appealed to you, well, please hit that like button. Hey, and then subscribe so we can continue pumping out more episodes of wisdom here at The Wise Lane. Where getting older doesn't mean getting slower, it means getting sharper. And remember, if you want to learn more about empty nesting, tune in to the previous episode where we go all 360 degrees on that baby. I'm done 360ing. I'm Scott Mullet. Hey, thanks for watching.